Okay. Hey, everybody. How is it going? As usual, I am running a little bit late. Apologies for that. Suzanne, if you can just give me a audio and visual check. Let me know if I'm good. And I see we've got a full house coming in. So I see Susie is here. Hello, Susie. We've got Tina. Jim. Nice to see you, Jim. Hopefully you're feeling pretty good. And Heather. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you all. All right. So I have something planned today, and that's kind of why I was a little bit late, because I was kind of running around getting some preparation done. And hopefully show you guys a technique today. I've been playing with one of my new gifts from Lords. I think Lords, you're the one that gave me this, right? My texture fade. So I was excited to try it out. And hey, Robin. And I don't know if Lords is in yet, but she and I did a little exchange. So I had something she wanted and she had something I wanted. And we did a little exchange. So I wanted to play with this today and show you kind of what I've been playing with. So that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to play with texture fades. So hopefully y'all are pretty good with that. I don't know if you've ever used texture fades before, but they are fabulous. Another one of Tim Holtz's ingenious inventions, right? We all like embossing folders, but this is like an embossing folder on steroids, and you can get some really great results. So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully everybody is good with that. But before I get too ahead of myself, I was updating my Patreon group, and I wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to these lovely people that are supporting me. And as you can see, the Backstage Pass membership is really growing. I'm just so happy to see so many wonderful people have joined. And we've also got a few people on the creator membership too. As a reminder, the Backstage Pass is your pass to my digital world. You guys get all of my access to all of my digitals and the shop, and you can just download them with your own special little code and start crafting. And then of course the creator membership is just a monthly membership where you will get the kit of the month, and I am just finishing up the kit of the month for next month. So that's going to be coming out to the Backstage Pass holders and creator members probably at the end of next week, and then I'll make it available to everyone after that. Yes, Heather, it is exciting to see that so many people are supporting me. I didn't realize how big our community was getting here for the Backstage Pass holders. And it truly is a good bargain. I mean, you pay one annual fee and then you have access to, well, me. You have access to all my digitals, you have access to all my classes, future ones as well as past ones. Yep, Lords, I just sent out the recorded class. I'll send it again. Not sure why some people aren't getting it. I sent it out the day of the actual class. So I will send it out to you again. And then I'm not sure if I made it available in the website, but I'll check that again so you can do that. Yes, Easter is next Sunday. Excuse me. I did plan on doing a live. We don't have any company or anyone coming out, so I was going to still do my Facebook Live. And I understand if y'all have family obligations. I get that. So yeah, so that is the plan. So thank you so much to all of my Backstage Pass and my creator members. I truly appreciate you supporting my channel and making it possible for me to continue to offer you fun digitals. Hopefully you like them, fun lives, and just some crafty time. And the reason I'm kind of talking about the Backstage Pass is because the group is getting to be so big, I've decided to add another perk. And I did send that out earlier today, where I'm going to be putting together a monthly craft day. Kind of like a craft, oh, what do they used to call them? Where you just get together and craft. And I'll come up with some sort of I don't know, theme. Maybe we'll choose. I'm still trying to kind of put it together. It's going to be the last Saturday of the month for a couple of hours. And it's going to be kind of like a class. You're going to log in through my class website for Backstage Pass holders. And you can either choose to be on screen or just in the background, just like the classes. But what we'll do is we'll decide ahead of time what kit we're going to use. And I will come up with some sort of project, and we can craft together. So that's just an additional perk I've decided to add on to my Patreon Backstage Pass. I haven't decided if I am going to open it up for a small fee to non-Backstage Pass holders, but I'll think about that. So that is in the works. Hopefully all of you Backstage Pass holders did get excuse me, did get my email, and that is what I'm going to be working on. Hey, Melody. Welcome, welcome. All right, so let's see if we can figure out my overhead camera here, and we can get started. How does that sound? All right. And I'm going to grab a quick cough drop, and we will get started. All right. So, overhead camera. And here we go. All right. So, I just kind of get organized here. Okay. So, what we're going to play with today are texture fades. And as I was talking a few minutes earlier, texture fades basically are your embossing folders on steroids. And Lord sent me this number one, which I did not have, so I was kind of anxious to get it going and use it. And then I have this one. These are just a couple of my favorites. And I wanted to go ahead and play with these a little bit and show you some of the results that I got. So, Suzanne, you're asking me on Saturday, will it be able to be seen at a later time? Yes, it will be. It will be kind of like our classes, Suzanne, where you'll get links to the class. So yeah, it sure will be available, and I will I'll give more details to it in our private Facebook group as well. All right, so this is what I've been playing with, and as you can see, it has this is the embossing folder with the numbers. Hey, Cordelia. That Lord sent me, and I decided to create a hinge book. And I've never actually done a hinge book in a class. I'm kind of thinking about maybe I'll do this for either Christmas or Halloween. I thought it might be fun to do like a pharmacist apothecary book. So I'm kind of thinking about it. That's usually how my ideas start, is I just start thinking about what I want to do. But since I've never actually done a hinge book for you guys or with you guys in a class, I thought maybe that might be one of the fall classes. It's not done yet. I have one more panel to work on. And I want to perfect it before I actually offer a class. But this is what I'm going to show you how to do today, is this embossing. So as you can see, this is the embossing folder. And then this is one of the images that's coming in, excuse me, that's coming in the railroad passenger folio kit, is this conductor. So I was just playing a little bit. I always have some of this stuff on my desk. And I was just playing a little bit, and I ended up creating this little booklet that I'm going to decorate. But I plan on making a few more of these just for my prototypes. But I am thinking about doing something like this for the fall class. We're going to have Christmas in July offered up, and then I'm going to do some sort of a fall class. So I'm just still, like I said, I'm still in the thinking about it phase. That is how my classes kind of start. I just start kind of thinking about what I want to do, and then I come up with some sort of a design. But today I wanted to show you, and today's going to be all about playing, you guys. It's going to be about getting comfortable with these, excuse me, getting comfortable with these texture fades and see what they do for us. So I do have some paper that I've already embossed. This particular one, what I did is I took cracked pistachio and I just kind of rubbed it onto the, not the raised part, but the flat part. And that's what I got. And I did it with the numbers, and I also did it with those letters and numbers. And then I did a heavy cardstock, a white piece of cardstock. I did a craft piece of cardstock, and I'll show you why I did this one in a minute. And then I did this black one. So today, again, like I said, it's all about just playing and seeing what we can come up with this technique. And what I ended up doing for this is, not only did I do the background, but I did a couple of backgrounds, and then I ended up cutting out the numbers. So some of the numbers, you probably can't see it very well on this, but some of the numbers are little squares that I just added to the background to give it a little bit more height and a little bit more of a offset of color. So that way you can see some contrast in it. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So the first thing I wanted to do before I jump into the inks is I wanted to just kind of work with a sander. Now this is one of Tim Holtz's old sanders. You might remember this. He now has the sanders that you add to your blending tools. I like this because you can really hang on to it and do a good scrub. So this has craft on the back side, and it has color on the front side. And what's nice about this is when you sand it, it brings through the craft paper, which is pretty cool. So you can get some nice effects that way with these texture fades. And you probably can get it on these as well. Let's see. I'm actually going to dry this. One of the things that you might want to do before you actually start, let's bring that on, before you actually start to work with the paper is you may want to, I'm just trying to cover up that light, you may want to emboss many of them, because the way that you start out is you want to get your water mister and spritz your paper just to loosen up the the paper. It kind of breaks some of the paper and makes it a little bit looser, so that way the embossing will be a little bit more distinct. And it does create your paper to be a little bit warped, a little bit wet. But this one I did a few days ago and it's completely dry, and these I just did a few minutes ago. So if you don't wet the paper, sometimes when you use these texture fades, it will crack or break the paper, because you have to kind of loosen up you got to loosen up the, I want to say threads, but that's not right. But you've got to loosen up the paper, essentially. And you guys, hopefully you know the word I'm looking for. But it loosens it up to be able to give, to make it not so crisp, and it will accept the embossing a little bit better. All right. So that's one thing you can do here. Now, another thing you can do, obviously, is you can just take ink to it with your blender, and it will pick up your ink really, really nicely. I'm not going to do that because I want to show you how I got this metallic look. The fibers. Thank you, Suzanne. That's Heather. Heather, Melody, everybody. The fibers. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. It breaks it up for you. So what I did is I just basically pulled out my metallic paint, and we're going to try several different ones. We're going to try, not that one. We're going to try some of this solar paste because it's got some metallic in it. We're going to try some of this mica stain decayed. And yes, it is blue. Our monthly theme is blue and water. Yes, Cordelia. And remind me at the end of the taping to talk about that a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm going to use this decayed just to see what kind of results that we get. And then I also had this magical shaker. I don't know if you guys have ever used this, but it also is somewhat metallic, and we'll see what results we can get out of that. And then I also have my brayer brush, or my brayer here. I guess that's not a brush. And then I have this. I was looking for my paint brushes, but I couldn't find them. So we're not using paint brushes. All right, so let's get to it. So the first thing that I did, let's just go with this one first. The first thing that I did is I messed with my metallic paint. So let's do that first. So I'm just going to put a little bit down here. And I think we're going to use, like I said, different mediums. But this is the first thing that I did. And I was just kind of plain. I just kind of got a little bit on my brush. And then I just lightly just kind of went through this. I didn't want to completely cover my paper, so I just did a real light hand, just adding the metallic to the background. Okay, let's try it on white to see what that does. Actually, let's try it on this one. This already has some color to it, but let's just add some metallic after the fact. Okay, and then let's try it on this one. Now for this one, I'm going to take some of this Lindsay's Magical Shaker, and I'm just going to add a little bit here. All right. Melody, you have more problems with your computer, girl. Okay, so let's see what this does. So these magicals, typically when you add water to them, they turn a color. They didn't do too much for this, but we'll try it on the white. And because this isn't black, you can't see it as well. But the metallic definitely is there. All right. And I think what I might do actually is, hey Frida, just add a little bit of this decayed. This is more of the green than the metallic silver. I probably should have gotten that one, but let's see what this does. Yeah, I think I should have got the other one. Let me go grab it. Iron Gate is what I was thinking of. So let's add some. Oh, this is my closed one. Iron Gate. All right, so here is the Iron Gate. And this should give us more of a silvery color. Yeah. Okay. And let's try that on white, actually. Now, I don't want it to be too saturated. That's why I'm not spraying it directly on the paper. I'm just picking it up with my brush, and then I'm just gently adding it. So essentially anything metallic I think would work. And then just add the broad brush strokes. Okay. All right. So we got one more left. Let's see what this lunar paste does. Now I don't want to contaminate my lunar paste. So let me see. That cough is just driving me nuts. Let me see if I can just, what can I find here? All of my brushes have ink on them, but let's just grab a little bit. Ooh, that comes out really heavy-handed. But let's just see what we can do. Melody, I think you've become a pro at installing windows. All right. I just got this brush to try to thin it out a bit. Again, we're just playing and experimenting. So some of them we might end up throwing away. Some of them we might keep. All right. So once you've got the metallic part added, let's go back to this one here. And what did I use on this one? I used this. I'm going to add a little bit more to this. Okay. Do I have Tim's brushes? I don't. No, I don't. I actually have better paintbrushes, but I couldn't find them. It's like the story of my life with this move. But that's all right. I work with what I have. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so once you have your metallic added, I just wanted to dry it a little bit more because we're gonna come in with cracked pistachio. Now I know that Tim's Colors, he has a patina color, and if you want to use that color, I think that would work as well. I don't have that one. I have cracked pistachio. So that's what I'm using. And then I'm using a brayer. So let me see if I can adjust this a little bit more to get away from that light. All right. Okay, so I'm going to come in with cracked pistachio. And I'm just using the brayer. And this is the kind of thing, you just you get what you get. I know Tim says that a lot, but you know, this is just about creating some textured background. You're not necessarily looking to have every single one come out the same. If you do want that, you're never going to get it. So you're going to just kind of have to live with what you get. Now, I didn't want to oversaturate it, and I like the splotchy look because that's what I was going for. And this is essentially what I did. And then I put it aside to dry. So I didn't get fancy. You know, if you feel like you need more metallic, you can add more metallic to it. I'm going to, I hope I don't make a mistake here. I'm going to spray this just a little bit. And again, this is on black, so you might not even be able to see this, but it will give it the metallic shine. And this is all about experimenting, you guys. So what I would recommend is just get out anything that has metallic in it and work with that. And as you can see, hopefully you can see that metallic shimmer to it. It's actually pretty cool. But that's what I did. I just got, and try it with different colors, right? I mean, I used cracked pistachio because I was going for more of that patina look. But try different colors. So let's put this aside and let's work on this one right here. So this one, You're not going to get the same effect on this one because, again, remember, you have your numbers are a lot bigger here. Your numbers are smaller here. So, again, you just got to accept the fact that you're not going to always get the same look, but you can still get some results. So, on this particular one, I think what I might do is try to get some of that silver in between here. So, let me find something that will work for that. All right, I have this. Gosh, excuse the cough, you guys. Seems like every year I have this problem with my chest. All right, so this is Liquid Metals Platinum. And I'm just going to kind of, and again, I don't even know what kind of results I'm going to get with this. We're just going to give it a try. I'm not getting really the results that I want. Let's mix some of this with it. Let's see what we get with this. And this is reactive with water. You know, is this white? Yeah, this is white. That's why I'm not getting what I want. Let's see. All right, this is what I wanted. This is the black. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So let's add a little bit more of this platinum just for liquid. I should have shooken it up. And then I'm going to add some of these Fusion Black Knight. It's just basically a powder that turns to color. Ooh, look at that. Wowie. I didn't want it that dark. So let's just try to thin it out a bit. Let's see if we can thin this out a bit. Kind of cool looking, right? All right, let's put this aside to dry. Now this isn't going to work with black cardstock, but let's see what it does with this here. Okay. I'm going to add, I'm just adding my mediums here, guys. Let's see what it does to this. It's pretty interesting, huh? All right, so that's good, I think. It's kind of a grungy background. All right. Clean some of this up. And then we have these. really sure what I'm going to get with these, so I don't know. This is just coming straight on. And that's pretty strong of a color. If you feel that it's too dark, you know, just come in and dab some of it off. I still want some of that metallic. Let's see what I can do here. All right, that's that lunar paste that we're playing with. And that was courtesy of Elizabeth Costa Rogers. She had sent me that. Okay. Now I wanted to add some of the scorched timber on some of the pieces. It's pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, just different. And then finally, let's see what I got here. I'm just going to go real light-handed on this. Just enough to get the color on those. There we go. All right, guys. So that pretty much creates the background. I have this one piece here. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to use this Iron Gate. Let's see what happens when I just spray Iron Gate. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with some scorched timber. Bear with me. We'll see what this does. Like I said, not every piece is going to be your favorite. It's just all about experimenting, trying different mediums, seeing what works well together. You never know, right? Until you try. I mean, I can't imagine that Tim's first, round of play turns out perfectly. He probably takes him a bit of time to get the look that he wants, right? I mean, I would guess so. All right. All right, so that's what we have. Let's see what we've got. So we've got, I think that came out all right. Let me get my walnut stain. these edges to be a little bit darker. This one's the best one, Robin, this white one. All right. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what's gonna, oh, we need to put some color onto that. Let's do that. Okay, so scorched amber. That's scorched amber, scorched timber. I don't even know the names of my inks. And then this one, I think I'm going to go in with scorched timber as well. That's crazy. That's crazy looking. I need something for the background. Let me see. Lost Shadow. It looks like metal. Yep, that's the look we're going for. All right. Coming in with my Lost Shadow. Let's see if we can add some gray to this. Let's see. Okay, so I just want to get rid of some of that white. Okay. And I don't want to mix my inks here. Cracked pistachio. All right, so this is cracked pistachio. Lost Shadow in the Dark. Okay, yeah, I'll try that, Jim. Let me get some of this green patina here. And then I'm going to come back in with my scorched timber, since I've kind of dulled it down. Boy, look how those letters pop, you guys. Pretty cool. All right. So let's put that aside after I add some walnuts. Well, we're going to trim that, so we'll wait a minute. That's pretty cool, you guys. Look at that. That looks awesome. All right. Jim says to add Lost Shadow to the black cardstock. Let's see what that does. Well, makes it kind of hazy. Let's see. I'm definitely going to have to come in with my pops of color, though. Okay, put that aside. And I'm going to come back in with my cracked pistachio. All right. Okay, so this is what we have. We have those. I love how this one turned out. We have this and we have this one. All right, so we need to figure out which one's going to be our background. And I'm thinking, I don't know. Probably this one for my background. Let's trim it and see what it looks like. Okay. So, and I am going to mount this onto some straight cardstock just because it is a little bit warped. But we'll do that in a minute. Let's see. All right. So here's this one. And I want to kind of enforce this because it's a little bit loose. So let me think what I'm going to do here. All right, so I'm going to reinforce this, and I'm going to use this double-sided tape. Now the reason for this is because I can get good coverage of this all over, and it will help to flatten this. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of thinking as I go along here, guys. So this is double-sided tape. And it's going to go right on this. Let me get this off. There it goes. All right. Okay, and I am going to leave a little bit of a border. God, I just got that scratch in my throat. Oh, man. Now this is, goodness, now this is flat and it's going to be easier for me to work with. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to, this cough is making me crazy. I want to cut out some of these numbers to put on top. So let's see what we got here. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. All right, so let's take this number 3 right here. Okay, and then we can take this number 2. It's a lot of great numbers we can work with here. And this is the kind of thing that you can kind of cut out ahead of time if you wanted to. And then let's see, that 6 is pretty good. I love this 5. See, and then we'll do this 4, and then we'll work with that. But this will at least give us some choices to work with, right? Okay, let's see. I'll make that a little bit smaller. All right, so here are our numbers that we have. And then what I did is I took my corner rounder and I rounded the corners. And a little bit closer. Okay. The skinnier ones, I don't want to go all the way to the edge because, well, they're skinny and it may not round the corner very well. But these bigger pieces work real well. All right. So now we have now we have our numbers, and I put my numbers over the actual number in most cases, not in every case. Like for instance, maybe I don't want to have the 2 right there, so I'll put the 3 there. I love this 5. The 5 will go there. Where's the 4? 4 is there, so I might, you know, just kind of create some spacing just a little bit, like this 2, maybe this 6, I'll come down a little bit, something like that. And then I kind of feel like I need something here, but maybe we'll put, should we use one of these numbers? I don't know. We'll save those. I feel like I need something here. How about that 8? All right, and then here's the 8. We'll just put that right there. Do you think we need something here, you guys? Kind of, right? Let's see, what do I have? Maybe that 8 or that 1. This is 4, maybe. 2. Maybe we'll put that 2 where that 8 is, just kind of break it up a bit. I think that's good. What do you guys think? Give you guys a second. Let me know what you guys think of that. That looks pretty good, right? Now, so the next thing is to add them. Now, for this background, I did not pop them up with foam dots. I just glued them right on, and then I added metal brads. If you want it to be raised a little bit more, you can certainly do that. But I think I'm just going to glue it right on. All right. So yeah, let's just do that. So that was an 8 underneath there, but we just added a 2. There's the 3, and here's the 8. And then here's the 5. I love those long numbers. I think those are awesome. And the long numbers were great for the edge of the book. Look at that. 351. Pretty cool, huh? And then here's the 6. Well, that's not the 6, that's the 4. Did I say 6? That's the 4. And then here's the 2. So I think it's great contrast. I love, and that's why I chose this more metallic one, the one that was kind of, you might have thought, why did I choose the muted one for the background, right? But I knew that these little black squares were going to really help it to pop. And that's why I chose that one. But see, that's the background, and I think it looks fantastic. And then from here, I added the brads. But let me... Yeah, Lords, it seems like it's every year that this happens. All right. So this is what I was thinking of adding. So this is the inspector set. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm thinking this is the guy I'm going to add to this. Where are we with time? How long have we been going? About an hour we've been going, a little over an hour. But I haven't completely thought this through yet, but this is kind of where I'm going. I think I'm going to stamp this guy and add him to this, along with, I don't know, maybe some of these smaller ones. Maybe the light bulb. I don't know. Like I said, I really haven't completely thought it through yet, but that's kind of where I'm going with this. Let's see. Now this, I think I'm going to use this as a background. But you can also cut these out as well if you wanted to. Like I said, I don't know yet. I'm going to have to think about this. I mean, let's cut out a couple of these and see. You guys want to keep going a little bit here? Kind of see where my crazy brain takes us? It's a little after 4. Melody says yes. All right. Robin's up for it. Okay. So we could, I'm just thinking here. I think if I'm going to add letters, I probably should add these to this, though. Maybe have it say inspector down here. Max is good. He's sleeping somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where he's at. A lazy dog. But he's good. All right, so let's see if we can maybe spell inspector. Just kind of thinking here. Keep on trucking. All right, Suzanne. So I think I'm going to create letters out of these. Or a word, I should say. They're already letters. So inspector. So there's the I. H-I-J-K. Inspector. I-N, right? I-N-S. And as you can see, I'm going all caps here. So there's the S, and I-N-S, inspector. And S-P, right? Inspector. I-N-S-P. You guys are testing my spelling skills here. P. P-E. So as you can see, these texture fades don't have to just be backgrounds, you guys. I mean, you can turn them into anything you want. I mean, these numbers would be great, you know, for cards as well, I think. Inspector. That E is a little short, but that's all right. Inspect. Is it going to fit? T. We're going to make it fit. So T-O-R. So there's the R. Right? And then we need the T and the O. Let's see. There's the O. Where is the T? There's the T. Okay. Okay, so we're going to mat this on black. So let's do that now, and that'll give us more room for our word. Max is my craft room assistant. He's not in here right now though, Lords. I'm not sure. He's probably sleeping in the other room. Okay. So let's push that aside. And now we can trim this. All right. Okay. Trying to make sure it's straight. All right. And let's see. All right. So that should give us a little bit more room to write our inspector. So again, he's going to go here, right? And then let's get our rounder, our corner rounder here. And let's round these guys here. Got to kind of be careful with these thinner ones because it may not round very well. So I'm just kind of holding it. I'm not pushing it all the way down. And it's going to be a little wonky. Like that one's a little bit wonky, but that's all right, right? Kind of almost need a smaller corner rounder for these. All right. And then we're going to add our walnut stain to the edges. Okay. So what do you guys think of this technique? Do you guys have these texture fades where you can create a more metallic look? I mean, what I would say is just emboss several pieces of, you know, cardstock, and then just sit down and play and choose the best ones, right? Some of them you might end up having to throw away, but that's okay, right? I mean, that's what it's all about, is just practicing and trying different mediums. I wasn't really sure what all those mediums were going to do. Some of them, ooh, that was terrible. Some of them I like more than the others, you know, so I'll just use the ones that I like best. Okay. And that's what it's all about. It's just trying different product. Okay. So now we can add our walnut stain. Yeah, the letters are great because, like I said, you can spell things out, right? I think the big numbers took a little bit better to the metallic and the ink because you have a bigger surface, but the letters are fun. Now I'm going to be linking these products in the description box below, guys. So if you do decide that you do want to buy any of these products, use my affiliate links because that helps support the shop. And it doesn't cost you anything extra. I just get a small percentage from the shop that you buy it from. Hey, Shannon. Nevada. Bet you guys are having some nice weather out there. It snowed again today, guys, here in Montana. I am so tired of weather. I'm ready for the summer. And I know we're going to love the summer here, but my goodness, I'm so tired of weather. Part of it also was, you know, with the move, we were being a little bit money tight before, you know, till we sold the house in Prescott. But I think next winter we plan on going back to Arizona for about a month in our trailer. So that should be fun. All right, so inspector. INSPECTOR. All right. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Look at that. So let's get that added. Now, the decision is to pop it or not pop it, but I don't think I'm going to. To pop or not to pop. Okay, so let's just add these down here. IN. Yeah, we're happy. We're happy with Montana, and we love the winter. Not that we don't, but again, with the move, we were just, I think once we're settled for next winter, inspector, we'll be a little bit more mobile because, like I said, we plan on taking the trailer out and being snowbirds. And hopefully that's the plan. Maybe we'll even go to Nevada. Who knows? Oops, that's sticking to my fingers. Inspector. TOR. All right. So these are the type of cards that take a long time, that I almost feel guilty turning them into cards, and that's why I turned it into this little book. I probably will turn this one into a book just because, again, they take so much work. I can't imagine just turn it into a card. But we'll see. We'll see. I actually have room to move these letters over a little bit, so that's what I'm doing. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating here. Inspector. There, I think that's good. See guys? Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put my brads, rather than put them all around here, I think I'm going to put them on the letters. For something. I don't know where it's at. All right, so I don't know where my little hole punches. The measurement of my book, yep, it's 5¼ by about 6½, and the back binding is about 1¼ And I just when I did the measurements on it, I did it just to fit the image that I created. All right, so I got my pick because I can't find my, no, that's not what I want. I can't find my hole punch. Gosh, where is that? All right, well, shoot. I'd rather have my hole punch for this. Yeah. Let me think a minute here, guys. They'd be with tools, right? So where are the tools? Here we go. See, sometimes you just got to think a minute. Now, if I were to put it away, where would I have put it? All right, so let's do this. I don't know if I'm going to put the metal brads on every single one. We'll see. Put it back, Melody. But then I'd have to stop my creative process, and yes. Part of the problem is I had to reorganize my craft space. So where this was used to be right next to me, and I've had to move it behind me just because the size of the room is a lot smaller. So I've had to make some adjustments. But it is a good rule. So I'll put this one here. So do you agree not to put, you know, the silver brads on every single one, on top and bottom? I think it looks good staggered. What do you guys think? So that's how it looks. And then I might still actually, so this is going to go here. We've already decided that. I think I might put a couple of silver brads here. Let's see, maybe one here. I can't go too far in. we put like a, got these metal, focus on the good. I don't know. Like I said, I still have to kind of put this together, but I might use some more metal elements. You've lost your coffee 3 times during the oh boy. All right. Let's see. Maybe so yeah, there's no way I don't think I'm going to finish this on our live, but I will definitely, I'll definitely share with you the end result. But I will share with you my thoughts. So just give me one moment here. Let's see if we can put a couple silver. So I'm trying to add metal elements. So, you know, the goal of this background was to make it look metallic, right? Make it look metal. And I think we accomplished that using our mediums, right? So now what I'm doing is I am adding metal elements to just kind of accentuate the look we're trying to get, right? And that's a nice word, accentuate. And if this Brad would cooperate. There it goes. Okay. And let me just take a quick peek here. I think that's good. All right. So, again, with me, it's all about aesthetics. So, does it look good? I don't ever typically have any rhyme or reason when I'm kind of creating, and that I'm kind of in a creative mode right now. So I just kind of go with how I think it looks. Yeah, the poker is a little bit more difficult to work with. So here's my thought. So I think I'm definitely going to use this guy as my focal point. I like the inspector part here. I think that looks great. I may, so I'm open for suggestions. The story, I don't have a story on this one, Melody. This is just more of, so he's going to be, so this, okay, let me back up here. So I'm going to probably do a book. I'm going to do a book like this probably because I need more practice on doing these accordion binding techniques. So I probably will do another book. So it looks like this one's going to probably be a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to decorate the pages. But I think I'm going to try to do more of a postal theme on this one. I think, right? So I may put some more postal thing coming. I don't have my story yet, but I think I definitely want to use the inspector. I'm thinking about using the light bulb if I can fit him in, because I like that light bulb, and I think there's a spot right here where that would look fabulous. So he may go there. And then as far as the numbers, I just might use this service one, but I don't know where yet. I mean, it might just kind of go right here, but I may not use this one. I don't want to overcomplicate it. I think this light bulb fits perfect there, but I'm going to have to stamp these and color them. Probably will be more of a black and white, and then I'll add them to the card. But that's kind of where I'm going. Do you guys have any other recommendations before we kind of stop for the night so I can finish up this character? I am open to suggestions. And I will definitely be using these. I haven't forgot about these. I will be making more cards. This is my blue, right? And then maybe I'll try to add some sort of a water element to make it fit my theme. Don't go postal creating it. Nah, I won't, Jim. All right, so as a reminder, we are doing our monthly exchange. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope that you guys liked my tutorial on how to create this background. I think it came out fabulous, and I'm going to continue to work on this. Yeah, it came out pretty good, didn't it? As far as our exchange, guys, don't forget, we are, let's see. Let me see if I can talk to you guys. All right, so we are still doing our, this hair's a mess. We are still doing our card exchange. So our theme for our card exchange is blue and some sort of water element. Yep, you're right. The uniform can be blue. Very good. And it kind of has a blue background. So I might create some more cards and use these for my exchange to you guys. If you guys participate in my card exchange, you will get a card from me as well with some little goodies. And I don't know, maybe I'll stick some of these little goodies in there for you guys. I know I'll have extra. But yeah, so if you need my address, it is going to be in the description box below for you guys to participate. And I think that's it. I will plan on being here next Sunday. I ask you guys to send positive prayers my way. I have to have an MRI tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I think I'm going to have surgery. But I'm going to find out more. But just send me positive thoughts. I think that those are always encouraging. Yeah, well, that's all I'll say for that for right now. But the cards are due. I'm going to share them with you early May. So you'll have all next month to get them out. And again, the P.O. box will be in the description box below. If for any reason I can't make it next Sunday, I'll let you know. But yeah, the MRI, this is the first time I'm ever having an MRI, so please send positive thoughts my way. I'm sure everything will be fine. But anytime you have, medical issues, it's always a little scary. But we'll see. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys today. And I hope that you guys have a fantastic week. And we'll see you next time. All right.